bails out. He's on to punt. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Miles Sanders first carry of the game. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders, and he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Sanders, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt, and the Lions will take over.
10 at their own 48-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0.
Makes the score Lions 7, Eagles 0. Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taken from about the 12. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
The tackle by
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On third down, Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one.
And an Eagle first down.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Lions 7, Eagles nothing.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
10 at the 44-yard line.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's taken down inside the 30. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
Jackson on first down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And the intercepted. Former Lion Darius Slay. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
At the 22-yard line.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 22, Wentz. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down.
At the 16-yard line.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Deshaun Hand. 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up fourth down. So that'll back him up 5. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And that'll cross midfield here, not by much. Out of bounds just on the other side of the 50.
49-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. 20, 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
That ties the game at 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's going to air one out. And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown. A big play there. His sixth touchdown of the season. And the Lions have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taken from about the 12. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. The throw there finding its way to Boyle. No gain there on the completion, second and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Working from the gun, Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Jackson looking to throw on third. Incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Incomplete from the contact. Sets up fourth down.
Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on fourth down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Jackson now. Going up top. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Raiders to kick off for Detroit.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Pulls it in at the 13.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
A final shot before half for Wentz. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Second and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. We got him. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
To kick off for Detroit.
It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. This is taken just shy of the 10.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And now he's going to use his legs. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Jadavian Clowney able to record his 5th sack of the season.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, they've talked about big plays, sacks. They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the 3rd sack of the game for them.
In around sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line, knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do.
Here's Hurts to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked up at the 35. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
They run the counter now on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
38-yard line.
Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is going to be incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Another run here with Sanders. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. We'll call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Brings up 3rd down.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Hurts throws it. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that first down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the first down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And quickly here, and that's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And the 31-yard.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Jackson. Side here, and that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Jackson from the shotgun. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up. His time is now run out on this 3rd quarter play. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's Jackson on 3rd down, eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
And 1.
So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. From the gun, it's Jackson. Being chased out left. And it is incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly
You
right.
like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Sanders. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now the former Cal Bear, it's Patrick Laird. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. On the tackle there, Natrell Jamerson out of Wisconsin.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Another run with Sanders. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And all the way up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The 33-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Sanders, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. On the counter now is Sanders. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. It'll be just an 18-yard punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
6-yard line.
A 4th quarter score, meanwhile, from Kansas City. And the Colts adding to their total as they're able to stretch their lead in that one. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory.
Number 7.
The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 47.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
That one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He's going to try and go deep again. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Incomplete on the jump ball. It's now 4th down.
Things looking pretty good on the scoreboard. They're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again. Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to let it go again. And it is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit, but for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Prater for the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Prater to kick off for Detroit.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. A good-looking return set up here.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
Today's final score.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Detroit, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And now they'll have the short week ahead as they'll host their annual Thanksgiving Day game on Thursday. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, add one more loss to the column. That drops them to a woeful 1-9 so far. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.